In this video, I wanted to show you how I set the chargers to cycle modules on the Prius high voltage hybrid battery. I like to charge every other module, not beside each other, so that one of them that's not charging can help heat sink the ones that are. I'm going to show you step by step all the individual settings I put on the charger itself. First, I want you to see that I have this blower motor here. It's got an arrow on it so you know which way the air flows and can orient it the correct way. And it just sits there. And it's got a 110 plug. You can plug right in here. Now it's blowing air through this fan, through this duct, up under the modules, and I can feel air coming out in between the modules here. That'll keep it from overheating while I'm cycling and or charging. I keep the compression on so they don't expand and ruin the modules. You may have seen other people charging or discharging or cycling without being under compression. I do not do that. I'll turn this fan off for a second so you can hear me clearly while I go over the settings here. Right here on the Tenergy T180, which is what I'm using, you go through by clicking on the arrow until you get to setup. Then I go to setup and I set my safety timer by clicking that, and you can go on the up arrow to add a minute or down arrow to take a minute away. I like 350 minutes because if the module's so bad that it won't take a charge or discharge within 350 minutes, it needs to shut off. So I escape out of that and go over to NIMH, which stands for nickel metal hydride. And then I hit cycle. Then I make sure my capacity is at 7,500 mAh. Now, I'm not claiming any of this is perfect or the correct way to do it. I'm just showing you how I do it. I like to keep my charge current down to 2 amps because that gives it a good long while for the charge to get in there, a good long while for it to get out, with the discharge being also at 2 amps, and I'm not overheating the thing. I'm not going to be standing here while it's doing it anyway, so it might as well just slowly do it, because I'll be working on another vehicle. Discharge in voltage, that's when it's discharging. I don't want it to discharge lower than 5.5 volts. So that's what I set that at. Now, there's a second page to this. That's why it says 1 of 2. You got to hit this little arrow to see the second page. The second page allows you to set the number of times that it cycles. I put it on 3. And so if you select that, you can go up for more cycle times, like 4, or down for 3 or 2 or just 1. I like to do 3 at a time and then let them rest before I do another 3. I also like the delay timer set at 15 minutes, so whether it's discharged or charged, it has 15 minutes to rest and cool off a little bit in case the fan's not cooling it enough, and in case the 2 amps isn't gentle enough. It's got 15 minutes to cool off. And you can change that setting the same way as everything else. You select it, up arrows, down arrows, and then I hit enter. And if I've got all my settings done and ready, like I do now, and I just showed you all the settings that I use, I don't change anything else, I press and hold enter until it makes that noise, and it's ready to go, and I can hit start, and it's starting its cycling. When it's done, there'll be a different window here, and there'll be 3 selections on the bottom. I can use either one of these 2 over here to look at things and to record my data from the 3 cycles, but I do not hit this one on the left when it's done, because it'll have an escape right there, and if I hit escape, I'll never be able to get the data on how many milliamps of capacity that the module has and all that. So I can't show you that yet because this isn't finished. Maybe in another video. Right now, I'm just going to go ahead and go to, since I've got this one all set up, even with these being unplugged and in the box for a couple of months, I pulled all these out and I went to my old settings, and it still had the same old settings. Look at that. The same old settings from last time were still in there. Even though they're unplugged, They don't have a battery backup or anything. I don't know how they remembered all the settings not having any power, but they did. And I like that because I can just press and hold enter and there it goes. Now I've got 4 of them doing 4 modules, and I'll just go work on something else for a while. Thank you for watching. I'm Victor Sane, and this is Tigger the Shop Cat, trying to build a library of knowledge to leave behind. If you want to help, please put comments below or visit thesaneauto.com. The subscribe button is right there, and then you hit the bell, and it'll appear down here, and you hit all. To see links in the description of the video, look below the video, you'll see more, and then the description pops up. To make the description go away after you've scrolled through and found the links that you want, the X. To hit like, this site contains affiliate links for which I may be compensated.